Marry me, Gemini. Gemini sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Geminis starting today, the 15th of February, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we're streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Diane. Moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you so much, Dre. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. This is a new deck for me. This is called the Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. And I've already purified with my own homemade organic Florida water substitute. You can find the video on how to make that perfume along with the link on how to purchase this deck by going to the video description of this video on YouTube. Like I said, this is a 2-week reading for all Geminis starting today, the 15th of February, 2024. Goes out to a lot of Geminis. So if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it because it may not be your reading. If that's the case, you can check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, sun sign, rising sign, moon sign. Or remember that we have a general reading for all signs every day but Monday, plus a weekly tarot reading, which is a pick a card reading that comes out every Sunday. So you can find the most recent streams of all those readings right on the website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in that main menu. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. We have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. Keep an eye out for that shop to get a complete overhaul soon, but for now, those are all affiliate links, which means that we make a small commission off of each and every sale. So we appreciate your support. Another way to support us is with a donation, and you can donate by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. And if you're watching on YouTube, you could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We do appreciate your support. But Gemini, we appreciate you, that you're here for this 2-week reading. And I'm super thrilled to have you. So, without any further ado, let's give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Geminis starting today, the 15th of February, 2024. The 5 of Swords, followed by the Queen of Swords, followed by the Knight of Swords. Now, this is a new deck, but I've been shuffling it for about all morning. So I promise this is not for any other reason than this is your reading. It's very swordy. It's extremely, extremely swordy. The 5 of Swords is cruelty, and that's something that you're coming out of. Now, whether that's... I have a feeling it's not cruelty that you originated. I have a feeling it was cruelty that was heaped on you by somebody. But it could be either way. It can go either way. Now, the Queen of Swords is what you do with that. Taking that ball and running with it. And the Queen of Swords is a very sly, cunning aspect of the ego mind in that she wants to find ways for you to destroy your happiness, to destroy your good. And she'll use whatever means she can. And a lot of people will say, well, the Queen of Swords has her positive side. And she really doesn't. She really doesn't. Not the way I read tarot. Now, there's other ways to read the tarot that she may, but that's not my deck, not my readings. The Queen of Swords is an important thing to notice and understand, but she's not out to help you. She's out to destroy you. And she's part of your own mind. She's part of your own self-destructive tendencies, which we all have to contend with. And until we get to the point in humanity where we don't need the Queen of Swords, where we completely overcome our ego, then the Queen of Swords is always going to be there. So, as in potential anyway. So just listen to what you say under your breath. That will give you a clue, or think under, just the thoughts that you think. What are you saying about other people? What are you saying about yourself? She has that little bitchy quality, that little, sometimes very subtle sly voice that's always trying to be cynical, always trying to turn you against yourself, always trying to turn you against your happiness, always trying to show you, see, I told you nothing ever works for you, that kind of stuff, right? So just notice her. Noticing her shuts her up. That's the water on the Wicked Witch of the West, is awareness. You don't engage with her, but you do name her. Now, I like just using the term Queen of Swords, but you can call her whatever you want, or it doesn't have to be a her. You can call it whatever you want. But if I notice myself, criticizing somebody's appearance or criticizing somebody's anything that just seems sort of innocuous, like, well, it's not that big of a deal, I'm just joking. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, that's nothing to joke about. Or even if it's something a little, sometimes she can get more bold. Sometimes she can really start going rah, 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 and really nagging at you, or through you, I should say. And when you notice it, just Queen of Swords. I see you. I see you, Queen of Swords. Because what she likes to do is prime you so that you are easily affected by other people. That's what this Knight of Swords is. That's you getting your buttons pushed or your triggers triggered. That's you getting hooked into and roped into some kinds of conflicts, or even being recruited by other people into going against another person or that kind of thing. Just really pulling you into drama, pulling you into conflict. She likes to prime you for that, so that you're a prime suspect for that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You can throw the entire thing out. You can throw the entire conflict, drama. It's like a big epic opera of conflict. You can throw the entire thing out. Now, I have a feeling that we have one panel here, and now we're going to be shown, I could be wrong, but frequently we will be shown what the remedy is, what the resolution is for this. Queen of Cups, Knight of Coins, and the Devil. So good. So I'm looking at this as the remedy, including the Devil card. So what the Queen of Cups is, all queens are nurturers. So this is your ability to nurture. So she's your ability to nurture conflict, and this is your ability to nurture your spiritual growth and your inner world in positive ways. So looking at whatever this cruelty is from a spiritual perspective and seeing it for what it is, rather than getting pulled into it. The Knight of Coins is saying help is there for you. Help is offered to you right now, and she wants to distract you from that. That's one of the reasons why she's so up in you. Why she might be, why you might notice, wow, I'm being extra cynical today. I'm being extra bitchy today. What's up with me? I'm in such a bad mood. It's the Queen of Swords trying to distract you from the help that's there, that you've been conjuring for yourself. You've been allowing yourself to create, instead of how she wants to create the atmosphere so that you can get yourself, roped into conflict. This queen is priming the pump so that you can get all the help that you need, so that you can become unhooked, which is what the Devil's all about. See, in this card, it's a little different. This card, it's the Devil is using you as a puppet, which is okay, but it's really not the Devil that is being depicted in this reading. The reading here is more of the old-fashioned Devil card, where you're hooked to the Devil, where you've chained yourself to the Devil, and the Devil's just sitting there like going, oh, I hope they get through this fast so they can unchain me so I can go do something. The Devil's just kind of a stand-in for you to be chained into to things being a certain way and looking a certain way and needing to turn out in a certain way, or you won't be happy. But also what that does is, when it comes to these conflicts, is you not budging on how you perceive what's going on. Because the Devil is you attaching yourself to perhaps not seeing how you have anything to do with this, or how you might be playing a part in this, or where your power to release yourself from this is, right? And remember that if the Devil card comes up in your reading, it's not because the Devil's doing it to you, it's because you're chaining yourself to it. Training yourself to keeping your mind closed and not being able to see things from a different perspective, not letting some light into your mind and opening your mind, letting that mind crack open just a wee bit so that you can say, well, maybe it's not quite the way I think it is. Maybe things aren't quite the way I think they are. And if you just have that little opening, then this help can come in and all of it is going to take on a whole different understanding. It's going to have a whole different patina to it. You're going to have a very different view of what's happening. And that's because you've been priming the pump for that. It looks like you've been working on your spiritual awareness. Some of you, maybe your psychic awareness. Some of you might be, going to therapy. Some of you may be doing meditation, magic, something like that. And all of that work is not for nothing. It just seems like it when the Queen of Swords comes in and says, oh, not so fast, Queen of Cups. I'm going to take over here. So I'm going to just get them all cynical and upset. And I'm going to really allow this person to be blinded to the solutions that are out there for them because we want to self-destruct. That's our goal. Self-destruct, self-destruct, self-destruct. That's her mantra. Whereas she is open your mind, open your heart, grow spiritually, grow into who you are as a soul. Remember who you are as a soul. Remember that none of this has any power over you. That's her. So this is like Glinda, the good witch of the north versus the wicked witch of the west here. And she always has more power. In the story anyway, she did. In the story, The Wizard of Oz, Glinda was if you read the book, the actual Frank Baum book, who, by the way, his whole purpose for writing that Oz saga was to take the traditional fairy tales and put them into a more modern of the time context. So anyway, but the whole idea was she was considered the most powerful sorceress in Oz. Glinda was. For many of the books, she was called the most powerful sorceress in Oz. And she was, luckily, very kind, very good. And that's who this is for you. That's your inner Glinda, where this is your inner. And I don't like to say alpha because that's a completely different take on the story. But if we're looking at the original Wizard of Oz as our model here for a second, this Wicked Witch of the West didn't have a name in the Oz saga. So and she's not real. That's why water was able to evaporate her, because she was a mirage. She was a phantasm. She wasn't a real threat. So neither is this Queen of Swords a real threat for you. So when you notice yourself really doubling down on the cynicism and the hatred and the upset and the annoyance and the bitchiness and all of that stuff, just know that that's the part of the mind that's trying to get you to self-destruct. And you're going to say no to that by remembering that you've been working on yourself. You already have an infrastructure built to deal with this. All you have to do is notice her for what she is, and she melts like that. And then you can get that help that you need, and you can detach yourself from these ideas that things have to be a certain way. As soon as you detach yourself from those ideas that things have to be a certain way, the way will be shown to you, and all will be well. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Diane and Dre, and we will see you, Gemini, in 2 weeks for another 2-week reading. Blessed be.